Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Spencer.
I'm next to Tim.
He is, and that's Dan. This is a board game rundown. Today we are going to talk about games we played, some news, some crowdfunding, and I got a little topic I'm going to throw on these boys that they have no idea what it is.
In the dark.
Yep. But
first,
make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know what we're going to talk about. Like
never
today,
know.
these guys
We don't
have
know.
no idea
No
what we're
clue.
going to talk about.
Literally.
Perfect. All right, so games we played.
Yeah.
Games we played. I'm going to start. because I'm
Hold on.
Let's get comfortable.
Who's got the soapbox?
Yeah.
Can we get the? You got
Bring
the
in
soapbox?
the soapbox.
Bring in the soapbox.
Yep. Okay.
And the Kleenex because he's gonna cry a lot too.
I'm starting the show on a slight downer, which is why I want to go first. So everything in the description is time-coded, so if you don't feel like having a topic that is a slightly bit serious about an annoying problem I think is in the hobby, yes, or just listen to someone kind of whine for a little bit, I guess, then just click on the next number. It'll take you to the next game we talk about. But so over the weekend, I played Ankh. I played with Tim and two other people that we've played with a couple times.
Three other people.
Three other people. You're right. I forgot about Levi.
5-player game.
Yep. So we played with three other people, and we had a thing happen in a game that I talked about recently, and this is just something I just want to talk about because
It just happened to you again. The
Exactly.
same thing just happened to you again.
And I just want to talk about this because this is something that happens a lot, and I see it happen even not to me, and it annoys me when I see it directed to other people as well. And there's a double standard in this hobby where people stop people from doing things. I mean, this is just a human trait anyway, right? They stop people from doing things and then they do it themselves, right? It's a double standard that I cannot stand. And I talked about it recently in Viticulture to where I wasn't allowed to take back an action from one round previous, which genuinely threw the game for me. And then the same person who didn't let me take back the action immediately took back an action from one round earlier and won the game because of it. And I don't mind losing. I don't mind not having my action. I mind the double standard of that person saying, you can't take back your action because I was winning at the time, so I don't deserve to take back that action. But then he then immediately takes back an action in the exact same way I would have and wins because of it. And I don't like this. And so basically in Ankh, I was the last fight, battle in the round, and the round ended. The next round then started. And before anyone ever even took an action, I said, oh, I have a power where when I win a battle, I'm supposed to get 3 followers. And one of the people in last place said, oh, well, everyone makes mistakes. And obviously I can't show you, but they basically said it. I took it in a way, the way their inflection was and everything, as a too bad, you missed your chance, everyone makes mistakes. Because I was winning by like 7 points at that point, or something. I will say, though, as we learned in Ankh, that's nothing because at the end of that round, I was in last place. So it's not like I was actually winning by that much.
And I would definitely say in Ankh, especially middle round, early to middle rounds, the score is almost arbitrary.
Right. And I'll say something to that at the end of this segment because I'm going to blow Bob's mind, I think, with what happened. But anyway, so basically I was like, okay, I won't, I made a mistake. I ended the round. We started, even though the person hasn't taken their turn yet, we have
Nothing's
started
really
a turn.
happened.
I just won't do it. That round, that person then who was merged with the person who said kind of that I couldn't take that action then immediately said, oh, in that last battle, they were playing Anubis, and they were like, oh, in that last battle, I could have taken one of Tim's guys when they died, like as a trophy. And Tim, without even thinking, just grabbed his guy and handed it to him because Tim doesn't care. Whatever. Oh, the guy made a mistake from last round. That's fine. Here it is. So I wasn't allowed to take the action that I had missed by a minute. And then immediately afterwards, the next person took an action from a minute ago in the last round, and then they won because of it.
It definitely helped them win. I wouldn't say that they won because of it.
I would
but
say
I
it
will say
only because if I had taken my action,
Oh, sure.
I would have won that
you would
round.
have.
Right.
Yes, you would have ended
the
the game
Right.
earlier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
But so then I guess I shouldn't say they won because of it, but I lost because of that interaction, right? Which again I don't care. The problem
Right.
is the double standard of what happened, and then they just acted really like, man, we really worked for that victory and everything like this, and I'm just like, I don't know, like call me a whiner, I guess. Like I'm sure they went home that night and was like, man, Dan was kind of a whiner at the end, right? Well, yeah, you guys kind of said, no, Dan, you can't do that. Meanwhile, we're going to do exactly what we just said you can't do.
Right.
So
I would have called them out. Like when they asked for that other person, like, well, does that mean I get my 3 followers then? Because if
Right.
if
Right.
you want that from before, I should
But
be able to
again,
get that.
it's almost too late because Dan needed those 3 followers at a Or
No, I
it
needed
was
them
not-
in that round that was still happening.
Okay,
It was a
so-
setup for a future.
so-
It was fine. But it's not that. It's just that I didn't want to cause more drama, right? Me being depressed, this is a horrible thing that you can look at on my character for. Me being depressed is better than everyone being depressed. That's just how I look at life.
Sure.
And so I will be annoyed for the rest of the night, but I don't want to ruin everyone else's time at the same time.
But I want to
So-
say, so I missed that
Sure.
happened.
Right.
I was like
wasn't
looking
there.
at my stuff, and I missed that
first
Dan
part.
didn't think that he could take his followers, because I would have just said,
Just take them.
get your followers.
Yeah, it's like literally
Just-
nothing else has happened.
Just like I
What's the big
handed my
deal?
figure to the other player
Right.
when he's like, oh, I missed my thing, right? Because, and I told Dan, future reference, because I didn't know about what happened until today. I said, look, my house at my table, we're playing for fun. Like, you know, obviously we're playing to win, but at the same time, take your damn followers.
You don't have to have a blood sacrifice because you missed your turn.
Because if I would have seen that, honestly, and I feel like I have demonstrated this behavior in the past, is I would have said, hey, Dan, get your stuff.
And obviously there's
Right? I mean, it just would have been, and I feel bad because as a host, I feel like part of my job is to facilitate everybody's
Tim's
good
fault
time.
that Dan lost.
No, but,
General rule here is
but Dan's
it's too
gripe,
late because other people have taken their turns and that one would have affected it.
exactly.
but Dan's gripe is legitimate in both occasions. I wasn't there for the viticulture one, but
I think I was there.
you were
Was
the
it-
one hosting.
it was the
Was
same
Dan-
people.
I think
Or
it
no,
was
it
you
wasn't the
and
same
Big Dan.
people. But
I don't like dropping names and everything because that's not the point of it. The point
Right.
is just because I'm only bringing this up to say if you're out there and you deal with this, or honestly, if you do this, I'm just saying please work on it. It's not like your personality is going to change because some dude on the internet said this, but like this double standard of no, you can't do X, but I can do X for some weird subjective personal reason.
well, and I will
It-
say also, maybe you just took it wrong.
yeah.
Maybe he was
of
kind of
course.
saying it in jest, but
Yeah, it could be. Again, I don't know that person very well. It could just
Sure.
be that that's how he talks.
Sure.
It just came off as very. Because then I will say the thing that kind of backs my story up is then at the very end of the game, after it all happened, Levi turned to me and said, "So what happened?"
Oh, right.
Because it was very obvious. I was like, that blood sucked, blah blah. And Levi said, "So what happened?" And I explained, there was a point where I should have taken my I won a battle and I didn't take my 3, and then the next round started. And the guy immediately said, "Yeah, we did that once too." And he said it in again
Like
in
a
like
dismissive
tone
way.
that
in like this
says-
dismissive like, oh well,
Sure.
We
stuff
forgot one time
happens.
too, yeah,
yeah.
right.
And I literally was just like, I don't care, right? It's the
Right.
point is the double standard, not the fact that it happened or that I
Yeah.
didn't win. Again, I don't care about the winning, and I don't care about.
I've played enough
I don't
games
care
with
about.
you.
Guess what? If they had said no, you can't take my action. That's fine. If they then didn't take their action back, that's
Right.
100% fine. We're all
Right.
playing by the same rules. Everything's
Right.
fine. I don't care.
it's the double standard.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for the double standard.
Right, we're not. But I guess my point is we're not playing like sanctioned tournaments at my house where we need to call a judge over. You know, usually, honestly, if we have not progressed so far, just get your dang pieces.
Yeah, as
you
long as
know,
it's not like 2 turns later and it was actually changed what
Yeah.
everybody else in their
Oh
turn
man, I
would
really
do.
need a money right now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
I try to be pretty forgiving, especially because so many times we're teaching games and there's new players and you're trying to make sure that they're not missing things. And a lot of times
Right.
you overlook your own thing, and you're like, oh wait, I should have grabbed
And-
that. And like, well, you know how to play the game. Like, yeah, but I'm helping 4 other people learn
And
the game.
there
You
were
know,
a
it's
lot
like-
of there were a lot of times because there can be a lot going on where it's like, hey, I have this, I'm doing this. And I'm not just doing it for me, but I know other people, that's going to trigger for other people too,
Right.
right? And then it's like boom, 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 boom. So I really hate personally that I missed that interaction
Sure.
because I would have just said,
would have ruled.
well, without even, I mean, it wouldn't have even been a big deal. It would just been like, hey, Dan, grab your followers. I mean, not anything different, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, not like no, you're wrong. You're right.
Everyone, shut up.
I'm the boss here.
My table, my rules.
Right. But I would just say, like, going forward, anybody that plays a game at my house, if we have not progressed so far, just get your stuff. You make a
just take
comment.
it. Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to do this. And as long, general consensus at the table is going to be, yeah, go ahead and grab it. Because even if, let's say, that person would have been outnumbered 4-1, probably.
Oh, right.
If we were going to vote, they would have been
Sure.
outnumbered 3-2. Because I guarantee you that me and you would vote in your favor, and then I'm going to say that one other person would have voted in your favor because we're going to make mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the two people that ended up benefiting from your error, if they would have voted no, but I don't think they would have because they would have seen the temperature of the room.
Right.
And just
Again, anyway, I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this dramatic topic. I just wanted to bring up the double standard. Keep an eye out for it
Yeah.
and work on it.
And
Yeah,
if
just
I've
be
ever
fair
done
and
it,
have fun.
I apologize.
I don't know,
no.
Spencer. I don't think you've ever done
I
it.
tried to.
I just don't play with you in general. But
But like all jokes aside, I really would rather everybody have a really good game experience because we were having a really good game experience.
again, so
And then-
that's where I want to transition.
And
right?
I didn't realize what was happening until later on, and I just see Dan's face for like the last 2 rounds of the game.
Yeah, because I was basically out after that happened. The last battle that took place, I literally wasn't even able to do anything because they started the battle. And I literally think I had one action, that last thing. And then they started the battle, and my guys were in, like, zone 8.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, we're just going to end the game before Dan can even move.
Yes.
Right? Because
Yes.
the zone's
Yes.
the zone.
I
So,
mean-
I literally just sat there and wasn't able to do anything for the last 2 rounds because of that. But it's fine. Again, that's fine.
It's fine.
I wanted to transition that into saying,
Yes.
man,
So-
I love that game. It's such a good game.
Dan pulled off an amazing round earlier in that game.
Yeah, so
An
I just
round.
wanted to tell you because I know you haven't played the game a whole bunch, but I know you'd understand. I guess you too, right? So I counted because it was just crazy. The max points you win in that game is 31. 31 points is the victory when whoever gets the 31 first wins.
Okay.
In one battle round, not even one like whole cycle, I was only in one battle. Almost the entire game because of the powers I had chosen. I sanctioned off one area and I was just getting as many points from that area as I could, And in one battle round, I got 15 points.
Wow.
Goodness.
That is one less.
Did you get like points for all the
technically
people who
half.
died or something?
Yeah. So no, it's
Oh.
I mean, it's literally hard to explain. So first of all, I had a god that let me play 2 cards at
Well,
once.
anyway. Yeah.
So I could play 2 cards in one battle, which is why I sanctioned off to one zone. I was only ever in one battle, so I could always play 2 cards and control the battlefield that way, right? But anyway, the main thing was I got the temple points, right? Because I had like a bunch of temples in there, and then I got the winning points, and then I played the card that gave me 1 point for every unit on a sand tile in that region, and all 6 of my guys that were in that battle were standing on sand. And then the other card I played did something as well that I can't remember. So, but I just want to point out, I just never seen that. I'm wondering if it's the only way possible to do something like that, because
That
that's
many points.
half the points of the game in one combat round. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. I was like, this is lucky. I'm going to try to do this.
A lot of things you were set up
Yes.
very well accidentally.
Right,
for
I had
this.
to watch that round, and I knew everyone had to take very specific actions in order for me to be able to take the actions I needed. I literally just watched, and I was like, this is still happening. This is still happening. And I will say, slight douchebagger from me as well on Total Accident is the end of it was me and Caleb fighting, and Caleb and I were in last place. And I'm being totally honest here. I just didn't think ahead enough because I told Caleb, don't destroy me too bad. We're about to merge.
Yeah.
Right? We're about to merge. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And he took it easy on me. I won and gained 15 points from winning and was no longer merging with Caleb. And Caleb was like, cool, you lied to my face. And I was like, I swear, I didn't even think about the fact that I was about to I was just like, oh, we're in last, we're about to merge. Let's take it easy on each other. Didn't even think about the end goal of what exactly happened during that combat.
And I will say, like, yeah, I mean, nobody. The thing is you can look at a battle, and everybody's kind of like, well, if they play this, they're probably gonna win. So that's gonna be like 3 points. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of guess.
Sum it up.
You can kind of guess normally. Dan had this weird alignment of the stars that I don't even think he realized until halfway through the conflict.
Right, no. Levi turned to me and said, because he was talking about us merging as well, and he said, I mean, you might as well let Caleb win, Dan. You're not going to get 5 points in this combat. And I said, I might.
Yeah, and then, so, I think when you had that conversation with Caleb, I don't think it was like you were actively being deceptive.
Again, I would never do that. Like, if you know me, I would never. I'm just an idiot. And I cannot believe I didn't plan ahead enough to understand how many points I was going to get from winning that. Like, obviously, Caleb should have played Plagues of Locusts on me. I mean, I still would have shot ahead, but that would have taken 6 points
I
from me or
will
something.
also say, though, that, things go the way they go, man.
Sure.
I mean, you take a chance. One of the things I love about like a Game of Thrones, where it's like, don't attack me, I'm not going to attack you.
Right.
And then everybody's attacking each other. It's like
I still catch crap about that from one of my friends that played with us.
sure, I get, like I get all worked up in the game, but I love that about that game. So
Right.
I don't have I honestly, I don't think you were actively deceiving him, but even if you were, I don't care because it's strategy, and he is a good player.
Yeah.
It's not like you're taking
He's a
advantage.
shark, man. You played Blood Rage against him, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I don't even talk
It's
about
not
that
like he's some, rookie that's never, he never played
you
a lot
make a
of these
mistake,
games.
and
Yeah.
he will exploit that.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and absolutely.
I guess in Game of Thrones it makes slightly more sense because the whole point of the game and lore is backstabbing. Where in
Right,
this
right.
game, I don't see that as much, but I get it.
Anytime
saying,
you've got a
Caleb, you're
table
probably
talk.
not watching this far in anyway, but I swear I'm just a moron. I did not think about the fact
Can
that we
confirm.
weren't going to be merging. So anyway, hey guys, welcome back after skipping over.
Okay, so we played Ankh.
Yeah, we
5-player
played
Ankh.
Ankh. It was fantastic.
We
So
taught
we had
3
other
new
games.
players. It was amazing, awesome experience for everybody but Dan. And actually,
I had a
Dan
great
enjoyed
time.
like 3/4 of the game.
Yeah. I would say
probably
7/8.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Again, I think I like Lord's Alice a little bit more still, but man,
Sure.
especially after playing Ankh again, I'm like, what a just solid.
It might be my
amalgamation
favorite game of the year, though.
Yeah, I'd have to think about what all came out
Sure,
this year,
sure.
but it's up there.
Man, it's pretty
It's
dang
only halfway
great.
through the year.
We also there was a food break in the middle of our Ankh game, so I grabbed a card table, and my father-in-law made me a Crokinole board.
Oh, yeah.
So we played like 6 rounds of Crokinole, like while we were waiting for everybody to come back
Not
with food.
me.
Yeah,
The
no,
other we.
the other we.
rest.
Yeah, but played some Crokinole, had a really good time.
Nice.
I walked in and I saw it and I went, Crokinole?
You
Like,
did.
I was not expecting to see that when we got back.
Yeah,
Geekway usually does like a tournament. For
yeah,
that,
they
right?
do.
Yeah.
IndyCon does too.
IndyCon.
I've never played it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. I
A
mean,
little dexterity game.
it's a little dexterity game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's a little dexterity game that for some reason took the world by storm.
sure, it's fine, it's good. But what'd you play this week?
Well, unfortunately, I mean, all I played was 1, but I got to teach some more people Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Oh, yeah.
Including Spencer and Jeff, our editor.
Yep.
They seem to enjoy it pretty much.
no, it was a fun game.
Yep. I didn't teach very well, I guess, because I won.
Ugh,
So
bad
Was it
teacher.
handily though?
by 20 points.
Yeah,
Okay,
fairly, yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's because I
Sucky
shot up the
teacher.
research track at the very end, though, and that got me a lot of points.
Bad
yeah, you just
teacher.
shot forward on that research
Bad
track.
teacher.
Yeah, just like, whoa, how'd you get that far up there? I'm like, I've been spending all my resources on it this turn.
Yeah.
Bad
So,
teacher. Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
fair.
and
I've
I
always
played a
said
bunch
that
of
about
Magic,
Bob.
So
Me too.
something.
Well, on Arena.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I played Lost Ruins of Arnak. I got to play a little one-player game called the Independence Incident.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about an hour and a half, somewhere around there, of you just solving a little puzzle. It's
Yeah,
almost
Grand
an
Gamers
escape room, but
Guild.
Not quite. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a review of that one right there, and I'm actually interested, Spencer, because you've played it now. We talked about it in the review, and while we were playing it, we really liked that the puzzles in this one actually felt puzzly, unlike some other games. Like, they were cool what you had to
Yeah.
do, and some were like legitimately difficult, which you don't
Yeah,
run
and
into,
I like how they
think.
also gave you more information on the website than you strictly needed. So it wasn't like, well, I used this one this round, I'm never going to use it again on this one.
Right.
And actually, it threw me for a loop. I only got 4.5 out of 5 stars because,
Embarrassing.
well, that was my one gripe about it. Is it says it was 3 out of 3 difficulty. I'm like, yeah, but the only reason I got one wrong was I made a very slight mistake on counting. I'm like, that should have been.
Counting's hard.
Yeah, I know. I swear I can count
You're
to
an English
17.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I forgot where I was going with this.
So you
Well,
got
how long
4.5.
How long did it take
Played
you?
an hour.
It took me about an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, didn't play it in an hour either.
Oh, no.
So you didn't have any help.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
have any
yeah.
help. Yeah, one of the puzzles kind of threw me for a loop for a bit just because I assumed it was trying to do this one thing and then it was actually doing something else, and I thought that was cool.
I
So,
felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
I felt like in this one though, in opposed to some of the other exit, unlock, whatever kind of games, where sometimes it's like a stretch of how they're trying to get you to solve the puzzle or like
Right.
whatever. And I felt like Independence Incident was way more direct.
Yes, it was
like
definitely
everything.
more direct, definitely.
Every
Yeah,
once
because
in a
that's
while,
actually a big thing he complains about too. Is
Every
the like,
once in a
oh
while,
well, you
you're-
could technically solve this in 3 different ways.
Right.
right.
Yeah,
This was
so-
pretty straightforward. Now
No,
it
yeah.
might take you a minute to figure out like well,
What they're looking for.
What are they looking for?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I do feel like once you key in on that, it's like oh yes, perfect. Like this
Yeah,
makes perfect
exactly.
sense.
It could be too that I just like word games, and this one had a lot of word games in it.
Yeah.
So that might be
did.
another
It did.
reason why
It did.
I liked
Yeah.
I liked this one, and I thought it felt difficult because
Yeah.
I like word games, but I'm not great at them. So it was like a nice mixture.
Part of the reason it took me an hour and 10 minutes was because a couple of the puzzles I had actually solved after the first clue, and I was like, no, I'm going to go through and finish this thing.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
Show
I was
your
like,
work.
Yeah, it was like, which city is it in? I'm like, well, I know the first letter. I know which city it's in.
Yeah. Right on. Well, I'm glad you liked it though, right?
No,
You
I
liked-
did. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see the
awesome.
other ones.
Yeah,
They're
we've
all
got the
holiday hijinks.
Kringle. We've got the Kringle caper. We still have to play.
Oh, cool.
So I think our plan with that one though is because we played like 4-player independent and incident,
2v2.
and I think we want to do like just have 2 people do it and see how that works, and then we give it to the other 2, right? And then you guys do it and see how it works, and then we can kind of compare our experiences. Seeing it in like a 2-player setting, because I feel like 4 players was almost too many,
Yeah, that would be a little much.
and I think 1 player would be fine.
Totally fine. I had no problems.
But sometimes it's fun to kind of have somebody to
could
bounce
see-
off of,
I
right?
can see
With-
1 or 2, yeah, because like that one where it threw me for a loop. If it was someone not overthinking it, yeah, they would
Right.
have got it immediately.
Right. No, been there, right?
yeah.
You know, and it's like, no, dummy, it's this, and you're like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you mean it's literally
the
right.
actual thing that they're asking for. No, you're good though, man. That's good. I'm glad you liked it thoh.
Yes,
I'm
I liked
really
it.
glad you liked it. We seem to like those kind of games here. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I do.
I also
Yeah.
got to play Oceans.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh,
nice.
God, I love that
Oceans is so
game.
good.
I think I was Stanley Crush, but it was so fun.
Was it
Oceans
your
is
first
so
time?
good.
No.
Oh, okay.
no.
I just the way you said that, of like, oh, the game was so fun, right? I just thought, but
Well, I haven't played it in a while
Uh-huh.
because I don't own it, and Caleb owns it, and I had to go to his place.
Ah,
and he already had it set
it
up.
was that thing.
And-
I'm a big fan of Oceans. I find it it's funny because I like it more than Evolution.
I like it a lot
Yes.
more than Evolution.
One of the main reasons I like it more than Evolution is I find Evolution. I mean, it's prettier, but I find Evolution a little too mean, which is funny though because then I find Oceans a bit too passive. There's almost like nothing you can do to the other players,
Oh,
and
no,
I
no,
kind of
no,
want
no.
there to be something added that's just a slightly more mean thing you can do because
No,
I don't know.
there are
Go
definitely
through the
ways.
depth cards a bit more because those.
That's true. I
Those
haven't
cards
seen
are
too
pretty
many of the
brutal.
depth cards.
Yeah, the depth cards can be extremely mean, very direct.
You
There's
need to
one of
play
them that
some
lets you
Oceans
attack
more.
someone who cannot be attacked.
Yes.
There's
They all break
all the
rules in their
leeches.
own way.
Like actually,
Right.
I think I did win that one. It was the next one I got Stanley Crushed on. I very barely won Oceans. The next game we played was Catan Starfarers,
Oh.
and I had played it before, and I was teaching it, and I came in last place.
Good teacher award. You're a way better teacher than Bob.
Yeah, Bob's the worst teacher. You're the best teacher.
Bob waits to tell you how to win until he's already accomplishing it.
And usually,
Not
actually,
on purpose. usually.
to be honest,
oh, right.
I half the time when I play a game, I forget if I won or lost.
Oh, sure.
Because I don't really care if I won or lost. I care that we
Right.
had a good time.
Yep. I'm with you.
And that's what I like.
but wait,
that
how
one we
many
had to
people
cut
were able
short.
to take actions back, like a turn after they missed doing the action?
Let me think.
No, I want to point out. I just want to point out a little bit about that. It's funny because Tim is always like, "Oh, play to learn and not to win, and I don't care about winning." Every time I've seen Tim play Ankh, he is stone face and like doesn't talk and is like this. Like it's like he's playing in a chess tournament. Someone cares a lot about Ankh for some
Well,
reason.
You know what you can't do in a
Listen,
chess
all I'm
tournament? Take a move back.
Hold on. Let's just say, okay, so games like that, right? Full disclosure, games like that, I absolutely love games like that, and I like Cthulhu Wars. I will be the same way,
Right.
When playing.
Area control combat games.
Yeah, I love the strategy of it, and I get so just like okay, and you know, yeah, sure, I am like goo most of the time, but then that one I'm like yes,
And then
yes,
someone pulls
very
out like
serious.
Lords of Hellish or something, and he's like,
Yes. Accurate. That's
think
funny
it's
though
funny.
that you say that because now you say that I'm like, yeah, I do kind of do that.
we did have a situation where it was getting late, and someone said, "If you don't do that move, we'll end the game a lot sooner."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's table talk, right? So that's
Yeah.
on you. That's like, hey, take it easy on me. We're gonna be like teamed up in a minute, and then you destroy them.
No, but I mean, but it was 2 a.m. and we were like, yeah, that's true.
Well, that kind of happened in Match the other day where like I had a bunch of stuff on the board. I'm beating everybody down. And then somebody board wipes, and an hour later, like, man, this game's taking forever. Well, if you wouldn't have killed all my stuff, you guys would have been dead a long time ago. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, if you would have played your game, I would have won.
The only other thing I played was Dead by Daylight. I finally downloaded it and started it.
I have such sights to show you.
we pull them back in.
And
We
then
both
there
love
was
the movie
one.
club.
Oh, Bob. So we have nicknames for everybody on.
I saw that.
Did you see what yours is?
No, I didn't see you change it.
Oh yeah, your nickname on the channel is Mr. No Show.
I'll take it.
So yeah, you were gonna say you think the survivor's more intense than the killer or something?
Well,
What were you
as
gonna
I've
say?
played it, I've only played the tutorial so far. I've done the survivor with the bots and the killer as the bots. And as the killer, you're going around killing things, trying to find
Checks out.
them. It's not as, oh my God, is he around the corner? He's around the corner, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, the intensity
Wow.
of being the survivor, knowing
Sarah asked you that.
you are at the killer's mercy at any moment.
That's why Levi
yes.
won't play. Is because he finds the survivor too intense.
So have him
you
play
know?
as the killer.
That's what I told him. I said
So
try
Pete
as
sucks
killer,
at
but-
vaulting.
But then he can't play with us.
I'm going to
Oh,
try.
complains about vaulting.
I'm going
I
to
jump
try
into the
the
window.
killer one again. I wasn't very good the one time I played it, because I mean I've never done the killer one before, and he can't run, can he?
No, but
Yeah.
but your speed is by default
It's
slightly faster.
And some characters do get faster the longer they're in pursuit.
Right. Well, everyone.
Oh, is
there's
that like
there's
the
a mechanic
bloodlust
where the
thing?
longer you chase someone,
Oh.
you get speed boosts, basically.
oh.
Yes.
For
Oh.
maintaining the chase.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Anyway,
Video game rundown.
Video game
rundown. We play Dead by Daylight, and if you play too, we'll play with you.
Please.
Just be a good person, and we'll play with you.
Cross-platform.
Yeah, fully cross-platform.
Oh, we good?
You know.
Oh, it's Bob with the magic talk here,
Where's
right?
that slow camera? What's it like?
All right, are we going into news? What?
Did you play anything?
Ankh, right?
Oh yeah, Ankh.
Yeah,
that
and
was
Ankh
Crokinole.
and
Oh, we already
Crokinole.
did that
Which you
one.
mentioned,
Yep.
so.
Nope, we're good.
That's right.
Did we talk about Ankh? I don't know if we talked about that yet.
You're
or not.
funny.
So yeah, Dan had this weird experience while we played Ankh. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Or
if
are
you
good?
just
All right, quick,
click
we have a
on the
soapbox. Bring a
link.
soapbox.
Soapbox back in.
If you want to relive
Yeah, the lights.
go
Anyways.
click on the link at the beginning for the time thing. When you just-
Right.
yeah, you can relive
Right.
it.
That.
The whole 15
Right.
minutes.
We've been reliving it ever since it happened.
Ever since it
I'm
happened.
just
And I
kidding.
wasn't even there. I feel like I was, though.
It's been fine.
Hot.
So news. I got like a little bit of news. Mostly I went light on other stuff because I want to get to the topic.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have one thing in news to elaborate on something I believe we mentioned last episode, maybe the one before. But I
Okay.
have some more information on something.
Okay.
I got one thing, but you go first because it might be the same thing I have.
Sure, Rocketeer.
Oh, no.
I just have more information on the
That's
Rocketeer
good.
game.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the Rocketeer Fate of the Future is a 2-player game by Prospero Hall and Funko Games. We've talked about it, that it was announced. We have a little bit more information now. So it's a 2-player game. One person plays the heroes, one person plays the villains. So the characters from, I'm going to say the movie. I don't care that it was anything else. And so on your turn, you have 3 characters in front of you. I don't know yet if you pick from a slew of characters or if it's just each team has 3 characters. I don't know yet. But so on your turn, you pick a character to activate their ability. And then you can play cards from your hands that have a matching icon on it. So I activate the Rocketeer, right? And then I can play cards from my hand that have his icon on it that then give me like more actions that turn, right? So that's the main thing. And then you are so the actions you can take are move. There's like a little area control kind of board that's like different locations from the story. Tussle, gain grit, and then the good guys have a 4th action that is raise the rocket token, and the bad guys have a 4th action that is recruit a soldier. So they have a slight asymmetric last action, right? Cool. A round ends when all 6 characters have been activated, so you go back and forth, activate 1 character at a time. And then, like I said, it's kind of area control. So you're choosing where to put your, honestly, kind of like Redline, right? You're choosing where to put your units, and then if units are at the same location, they
Then
battle.
stuff's gonna
and
go
stuff
down.
like that, right? And then the game ends when I'm trying to remember, I didn't write it down, when the Zeppelin gets to
Blown up?
LA. Is that where it's heading?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's the end of the game. But yeah, it looks interesting. It reminded me just from the basic profile picture they have of the box with the game setup. It kind of reminded me of Red Rising. Like
Okay.
the look
Okay.
of it, right? The colorfulness and the way the cards lay out and stuff. But yeah. So again, Rocketeer. I'm gonna say fantastic movie because I haven't seen it since I was a kid and I loved it. So I'm just gonna say fantastic movie. I'm sure it holds up.
Yeah. Yes. Assume that. Assume that.
Yeah, Jeff says still good. Yeah, so this game, it's interesting. The fact that it's only 2 players, that backs me off a little bit. I don't play a lot of 2-player only games. Yeah, if that interests you, check it out.
So what I think is interesting is like Prospero Hall / Funko, whatever. I think they have this deal with maybe Warner Brothers.
Oh, and they just keep getting their properties.
Well, so they get all these IPs, and then they've got a stable of game designers, and they're like, "So Spencer, tell me what your
Ideal.
Ghostbusters game is going to be." And then now Bob, you tell me what your Ghostbusters game is going to be, and then it's like,
You two work together, fight to the death.
no, yeah,
Or you
we
just
like
pick the
we
one you
like this idea better, and now you're gonna do this. So, because I heard an interview with a guy who works for Funko or Prospero Hall, that's a designer, and so he was making pitches on like the Gargoyles game or the Gremlins game and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. I think this is like that Gen X hipster thing in me, where sometimes it's like, ugh, they're just cranking out like these IP. But it does seem like that there's decent quality.
Yeah.
I
There's
really
been
enjoy
quite a few good
Horrified.
ones, yeah.
The Jaws game is actually pretty
I've
good.
heard that that's pretty good.
So
played it.
I'm a bit of a cynic, but
Did they do? I genuinely don't know. It's just because it has a similar look to the Jaws game. Did they do that Shining one
Yep.
that came out? Yeah, it has a similar look, so that makes
one
sense.
of the Shining games for sure.
That- yeah,
I mean, heck, they
the one
use
with
Bob
the carpet on
Ross.
the box.
Yes,
yeah.
that one. Yes.
We've got Bob Ross game.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
I
really
don't know.
good.
Is that Funko though?
No, I don't know if it's Funko.
I don't know. That's
But
Prospero Hall.
I mean,
You're
you
talking
can
about
take
walking
any,
around.
You can take any IP and make it into a great game.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe keeping it sexy.
Okay.
Kenny G game.
I didn't
Keeping it
say
sexy.
every idea was going to be a great game.
Fair enough. Okay, so sorry. So that's your news?
Yeah, Rocketeer. Check it out.
Yep.
The president of Broken Token,
Yeah.
Greg Spence, stepped
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
More info, yeah.
Stepped down. They have, pardon me for not knowing her name. They have appointed a
I
female
forgot her name, yeah.
that is coming in and taking over. They have downsized the company from like 30 people to 10.
Yeah.
So
but he's not
10
gone.
good
But he's
people.
not gone. So I have mixed feelings.
Me too.
It's good that he's out as the figurehead, but he is still the owner. So he's still making money
on
off of things.
And he apparently
Weird.
has some kind of behind-the-scenes influence still.
Well, sure, because
Like
he's
as a
the owner
consultant or
of
something?
right. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's the owner. So I have mixed feelings. I will just everybody make your own decisions. I also feel like that 2 weeks after everything happened is kind of too slow.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not a social justice warrior
Plus-
or anything like that, but I do feel like
Plus,
sometimes
I'm not going to pretend to know if Broken Token is like a public entity or something.
I don't think so.
I doubt
I don't
it being
think
that
so. No,
small.
no,
So
yeah.
he voluntarily stepped down. He wasn't forced down. I'm not certain they could have done that.
Well, they could have forced him down by just. I mean,
Everybody
they
quit.
They lost
Yeah.
so many
Oh my
contracts.
gosh, so
and
many.
so much business, and it's going to take them a long time to recover, even with him
If they
stepping
ever
down.
do recover.
If they ever do, assuming that they do.
It makes
and I
me
f-
miss Daedalus
It
even more.
opens the gateway for other companies to come in and fill the void.
And I feel
And I
bad.
think Game Trays might be right
I feel
there.
bad for the 20 employees that had nothing to do with this
Oh,
that
yeah.
lost their
That
job.
lost their jobs.
It's terrible. It's terrible that happens because those people got to work in an industry that they're probably very passionate
And
about.
even if you
because it
read-
doesn't pay very much, I'm sure.
sure.
And even if you read the letter, the open letter that made all of this go down, she's saying about how much she loves what the company does
Yeah.
and the people that she works with a notable exception.
Yes. Yes.
So
So it's really
Ugh.
unfortunate. I just wish there was an easy outcome, right?
real life is not always easy.
No, it is not.
I
It
would,
is not.
I would use the word never.
That's probably
Once in a
accurate.
while.
But in less
you're
depressing, gross news, Renegade Games has announced not only their Power Rangers role-playing game, they have announced their Transformers role-playing game and their G.I. Joe role-playing game, which are
Wow.
all going to be based on the same dice
Mechanic.
system.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that makes sense.
And I
Okay.
believe it is the Fate mechanic. I have not played
Oh,
with
wait, the Fate dice?
I think so.
Interesting, because that's the same mechanic that used that Untold Stories Adventures Await game. It's the
Okay.
Fate dice.
Is there like a no-fail thing in that?
Yeah, there wasn't any way of failing in that
Okay,
game, but
yeah.
it might be different.
So that's the critique on the Fate dice, and I
Okay,
think
yeah.
that that's the system they're using.
But it's
so
not Fate, the role-playing system.
maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
I'm not
You're
sure.
evidently the expert, Spencer.
I'm not sure. Yeah, apparently you're the expert. But anyways, for fans of these IPs, that could be really awesome.
I can
and
see
really
how
exciting
role-playing
stuff.
Transformers would be interesting because you get to design your vehicle and your guy.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Hopefully.
Right, I guess
If
I
you're
would
a
hope
vehicle.
so.
Well, I just hope there's a mechanic where that if you're a transformer and you're trying to be sneaky, you don't actually transform. You just try to tiptoe
Right.
around a yard and
behind
like,
a tree.
hopefully not knock over a bird bath when you could just turn into a car and park on the street. That's what I'm hoping for.
We have the perfect hiding mechanic. I don't remember what it is. But
Barely an inconvenience.
Plain sight. You gotta hide in plain sight.
Right.
So just stand there.
yeah.
Don't move.
I could be a car, or they could think I'm a fancy yard decoration.
Yeah, that's right.
Flames
Modern
on
art.
the side of my face. I get so angry over that, and I don't even care about that IP.
I mean, I guess
Sorry.
on the opposite argument, it
bring
would
the
be
soapbox back in?
it's late at night in that scene. It's like really dark out, and they'd be and it'd be very loud.
That's wrong.
The hell
It's-
was
they
that?
they
I ate some bad
transformed into
food the other
full
day.
versions. There are 2-story robots walking around the
Listen,
yard.
I'm trying to
It's
play
just
devil's
as quiet.
advocate,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
not
whatever.
That's got to be leaving some
You go to
footprints.
hell.
That's got to leave some footprints on the grass, too.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate-
Any more news?
I hate
Any more
those
news?
I got
movies
one
so
more
much.
All right,
little piece of
Spencer.
news. I didn't look up a huge amount into it because I didn't know if you were going to go into this at all. You've all seen Queen's Gambit?
Is it
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fate mechanic?
No,
No,
it's
it's
the game.
not. It's the game. They made a big board game about chess, but it
I was
doesn't
gonna say it's
involve
called
any
chess.
chess.
Is it the Fate dice system?
They made a board game based on
Keep asking you.
called chess.
Okay, please
Oh,
continue.
this is a new
I'll
game?
stop.
Ooh.
So it's a
Sounds
board
fancy.
game where you're
Fancy
trying
bits.
to get like chess positions, and
Somebody's
if you
king.
collect the most chess positions, you win.
Okay.
I just basically they wanted to come up with a game that would appeal to hardcore chess players. They're not certain if it will, but they're trying.
Sure.
And that people who want to play chess but really don't want to get into a world where everyone's an expert
right.
can kind of dip their foot in. So we'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Queen's Gambit.
Really
I could
It's
see,
off the
I could
Netflix
see a
show.
really interesting roll and write game based on chess where you're having to fill in the positions your pieces are moving.
Did you know
they
they do that?
Oh, well, there you go.
You gotta stop coming up with all these like games that are
Already there.
That are already there.
When you said Queen's Gambit, I was thinking of the old Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
That's my first
Oh,
thought.
no. Yeah, so when I saw an announcement on a news page that said Queen's Gambit game coming in, I was like, what? I was like,
Yeah.
this is huge. And I scrolled and it was a picture of the chick from Queen's Gambit. And I was like, oh, it's
Yeah, Natalie.
just-
yeah.
Queen's Gambit is the name of an opening chess move. Come on.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
And a very popular show on Netflix that I did not watch.
I would actually like to
correct.
watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Only haven't watched it because I almost never watch like the new things anymore. I just turn on Star Trek and ignore it.
Oh, so I didn't watch it because everybody's like, "Oh, this is so good," and I'm like, "Well, whatever, I'll watch it later."
like-
Right.
And I'm sure I'm
Same
gonna watch
reason
it and
he
be
didn't
like,
like Arnak.
"Guys, have you seen this show? It's amazing. Has
Like,
anybody
everyone
heard of
watched,
this?"
What, Tiger King? And I never.
No,
watched
I
it.
did.
Never watched
I
it.
did
Dude,
watch. I
when's
did watch.
that-
So funny.
When's that board game coming out?
I did watch.
good.
I did watch Tiger King.
Dinosaur Island
right when
kind
it
of.
came out.
But Tiger. There we go. Oh, let's make it.
I feel like my life is on a higher
So-
plane. I cannot watch
So
that
here's
show.
a side note. My daughter, unfortunately, she fell and broke her elbow.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing I said to my wife when it happened was, "I'm never going to financially recover from this," which is
good.
directly from Tiger King.
I know that much. I don't live in a hole.
Yep.
And I was like, "But seriously, is she okay?"
Secondarily, is she okay?
She's fine.
She's handled it pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. She was actually more
handled the
excited
joke
well.
about, about having the cast and going to school and showing like
that
all of her
picture
friends.
of her, it's
Yeah.
like right after she got the cast,
like,
she's got
look
a
at
huge
me.
grin on.
Yeah.
I got a cast.
Yeah,
That's cool.
she's fine.
That's cool.
Okay.
bit of rubber.
So is that oh yeah, let's
I
get into
think
crowdfunding.
that's we have
More news.
not Kickstarters, but crowdfunding.
That's what. Yeah, that's what they said.
Crowdfunding.
You know, that's a good idea, Spencer.
Spencer
Next up,
is
crowdfunding.
on it. Let's
Well, are
do
you going to
it.
talk about Empire Plateau? So maybe don't. Maybe
I,
get
when
off
when you guys were
Spencer's
talking about the
back.
chess game, I was like, "Oh, is that the Empire Plateau game?"
I don't know
didn't.
what that is. Okay, go on.
Tim doesn't know what that is.
Wow.
We spent 2
I
weeks
hope,
talking about
I
it,
hope he
Tim.
brought it today then. So I actually really don't have anything. Redline Siege is still on.
Yes.
So we covered Redline Siege. I'll snap to it right there. We got an interview with the designer. And,
Dice Adventures is still happening.
Yep.
There is a serial killers card game that is
Oh yeah,
happening.
Killers. Yep.
I saw one that seemed pretty interesting.
Okay.
It's on GameFound. Okay, not on Kickstarter.
Oh yes.
Mythic Mischief.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I did.
So
I'm
one to-
hoping that I was hoping you would talk.
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
would talk about
so
this.
1 to 4 players are vying for control for the School Library.
Sorry, what was that?
It's S apostrophe Ghoul. So
School.
Welcome to school.
Yeah, whatever.
School.
So your different groups are trying to plant traps and outwit your enemy to gain control of the library areas. And there's all different types of factions, right? So vampires, trolls, Frankenstein's monsters, witches, ghosts, zombies, wizards. And if you back it, they're working with the community to come up with 3 more, so you can kind of get your input in the game to try to come up with the other 3 factions.
Dan hates that.
You guys should say that there should be a Dan monster.
Yeah, he is a monster.
Be people who really don't like play Ankh.
I'll tell you
There is
that's
no takes back.
I'm gonna pretend like you're in the red, and I'm gonna forget you.
Right now. But no, looks interesting. It says it plays in 45 to 90 minutes, and there's still 19 days left. So by the time this comes out, there's still 2 full weeks left to pledge, and I'm sure the pledge manager will open up.
the
like
production of
Redline
this looks really good.
Yeah, the minis look super cute.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like the art.
Yeah,
I
the art
think
looks good.
Totally forgot to bring this today because I've heard good things. I've
Yeah.
seen some stuff and heard good stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't bring it up like a week or 2 ago, did you? That I just...
Not
Let's just
yet.
say yes. In fairness to you.
yeah. Oh, you mean that? Yeah.
then there's just like a superimposed
It's gonna
cutout of Dan
there is
talking.
one.
no, it's gonna cut to a video I record later today.
Yeah,
on a
of you
different
talking
YouTube
about it.
channel.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, welcome to June of 21.
yeah.
He's got an old newspaper.
Which proves that it's today.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it's
Like-
clearly today.
Yeah, who reads newspapers?
Oh, it's an entertainment weekly.
If I
Of that
had
week.
the time and effort to do that joke, I would totally.
That's why we have this show, because we're too lazy to do anything more fancy.
That's right. That's right. All right, Spencer, you got a crowdfunder?
Yeah, I got one.
Go for it.
I know other people saw it, Bunny Brawl.
Yep.
By Calm Storm Games. I think this is their first one. It's already safe, so go ahead and back it. I think it's like
I love that we use
100%
Dan's
today.
terminology.
Safe.
It's safe.
Yeah, that mythic
You've
one is
infected
safe
all of
as
us.
well. Just to throw that
It's a
out
2 to 4 player card game where your whole purpose is to make a kill squad of pun-based little rabbit
punny.
fighters. I just want to
Punny
bring up some of them.
bunnies?
Harry Hopper,
Whoa.
Rabbit Hood, Mary Hoppins, and my absolute favorite, Attila the Bun.
there. That's a good one.
Yeah, so it's like you're going to play bunny holes, and the bunny holes let you bring out the people, but your opponent is playing other cards that'll make you flip them, which is kind of, I think, them being defeated. And the idea is you get all 4 of them out. The first one to get all 4 out and not flipped wins.
Right on.
Yeah, so it looks like it's good for kids. I think it says 10 and up, but I
Sure.
think it would probably go younger than that. $28 right now if you go right now and back it because it's early bird.
Well, after this video, let's calm down.
$35 for the base. But if you don't want your kids to play it, drop the $49 and get the not safe for work version.
Uh-oh.
NSFW.
Plus, like some of the stretch goals which they haven't yet opened are like even more not safe for work and even more not safe for work.
Nice.
So that'd
right.
be interesting to play. You had till October 1st.
Pun and done.
Right on. Any other crowdfunding?
I think
I kind of want a game that's not safe for work, but it's just a game where you're just insulting your boss. Stuff like that.
And that's why it's not
you're
safe for
just
work?
doing stuff that will get you fired. So like
Right.
this game's not
What if
safe
it's
for
just a
work.
game of a bunch of OSHA violations?
That's even better. That's even better.
You're welcome.
I want a game called NSFW where you're trying to do the most OSHA
Hey,
violations.
hard hat after that
my
when
God.
you cross that line.
No, seriously, we need to do this.
Yeah, trip hazards aren't marked, clearly.
Yeah. Take worker plays the game. I'm gonna take away the wet floor sign.
Ooh.
risky.
So risky.
I love it.
Person operating the forklift is not registered to operate that forklift.
I love it.
No side shields.
Well done. Well done. All right, guys. Are you ready? Okay, good. All right, guys. I was perusing the Facebook, and I see one of these like
I went for winning.
one of these things targeted at people like me.
Uh-oh.
The website,
Feeling attacked.
gamesradar.com.
Okay. There's a
Board
radar
games you'll
game.
never get off your table. This is a list that some site has compiled, and they're going to tell us like the best board games ever.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, like this is the meme where you like pop your neck, all caps lock.
I
Right?
actually looked at one of these like yesterday.
Interesting. So we have a top 30 from a while ago of each of our 30 favorite games, which is slightly out of date now. But,
definitely out of date.
so you're saying that every game on this list should be on all 4 of our lists.
100%. And if
Okay.
they're not on your list, you're completely
That's
wrong
actually
and a
interesting
terrible
because I
person.
believe on our top 30 there was only like one game that was
That
on
we
all
all
4
agree
of
on.
our
Can we make a guess?
Okay, sure. So, Bobby, try not to peek.
We should
Okay.
point out really quick that this is completely objective.
There's no such thing as objective in board games.
Completely objective, fact, 100%.
Right. If you do not
Unarguable.
agree with this list, you're wrong.
Right.
Okay. What do you think they said? So they got like all these games listed,
Sure.
and they are like, this is the best this. Okay?
Sure.
So the best board game overall, ever.
Oh, geez, we're
all
just starting
time.
at the top.
That I'm going in the way that I wrote them down.
Okay.
This is how
Wow.
this is how mad I got reading the list.
he wrote it down.
Because I was
Honestly,
like,
my
honey,
initial guess.
bring me my pen.
My initial guess, like my
Kelly's
first
like, get it
gut
yourself.
reaction for best game of all time on a site like this is Pandemic.
Any other guesses?
I was going to guess Settlers of Catan because it's so
Iconic.
iconic.
Spencer,
I was
you got a
also
guess?
going to go for Settlers of Catan just because it's like one tiny step above.
It's going to be like
Risk.
friggin' like Dominoes or something.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because
Pandemic.
it's the Catan of the modern era.
And
right?
they're very cheeky about like, oh, maybe it's too close to home, like in their thing,
You've
you know,
never
blah blah
heard
blah.
of Pandemic?
Anyways, Pandemic is fine, overrated.
Yeah, it's play Defenders.
There
it's
are
better.
other versions of Pandemic as well that are just far
That
superior.
are also way better,
And there are also
100%.
like the Dead Men Tell No Tales, which does a similar thing, or Flashpoint Fire Rescue. That
All right,
does a
so
similar
one for one,
thing.
they're wrong. Next.
Yeah. Okay, now this one didn't. This is a game I like.
Okay.
But I don't think it
Hold on,
fits
hold
the
on,
category.
really quick. I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry
Yes.
if this makes this takes
No,
slightly
go
longer.
for it. Go.
We should list what our
Oh.
favorite game of what we think the best game of all time
So,
is. Then.
okay,
Oh my
best,
gosh.
let me just say real quick. Let me just say best board game of all time. So I would say with the like not just your favorite, right? But like
Oh,
what is going to
okay.
be like the best thing that you
Well,
could
we
get to the
weren't ready for
table
that.
that will be sort of universal. Since Dan is going to make everybody answer, I will tell you for sure it is not Pandemic. I would say I would almost say it would be like a Quacks or a
That would be a good one.
something that is
That's accessible. That's
that's
what makes it
accessible. You
harder.
can but
It's
you
not
can
gonna be
Taverns.
Nemesis.
tavern, something you can play. You could still play a little bit competitively because I also would not say a
Like just one.
that's
party
too
game,
easy.
Two party
That's too
game.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna say just the overall best board game, I mean Gloomhaven is too inaccessible. Like it's great, right, for what it is and what
Yeah.
it does, but it's too inaccessible. Pandemic is just whatever.
Too many things do it better.
Too many things do it better. That's a great way to say it. So I'll just say best board game overall. I'll just say Quacks because that was like an easy one that comes to mind. I know you don't love Quacks, but Quacks is very accessible.
Well, the whole point is it's subjective. I don't care.
Sure.
Right? I was kidding about the objective thing earlier. that was a joke.
I missed
Hey, put the soapbox back.
Yeah,
we don't need
don't
it.
need it.
We don't need it.
Person behind the scenes slowly pulling it away.
But yeah, I'll
right.
just say like Quacks.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, making it
'Cause-
a what's best for everyone and not best for you is definitely makes this more complicated.
Or like a Lords of Vegas,
Yeah.
right? Like it is a game I could get played with anybody.
Sure. Well, so I would say like Karuba because it's something super light. It's super fast. I can play it with just about anybody.
Sure.
But it's not very deep as far as strategy.
King of Tokyo.
Okay.
The game sucks.
I think
I like
King of Tokyo is
Tokyo.
really high up there with Power Up expansion. I think that's really high
I
up there.
love
I
King
think
of Tokyo.
anyone will play. The amount of times I've brought King of Tokyo to a not gamer group, and
Sure.
they just played it and loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or Sheriff are probably.
Oh,
the
Sheriff's
two.
great too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going through the ones that I've played recently that I thought were really good, and they almost all get eliminated when you bring in the accessibility. So I'm actually going to go with Oceans.
There you go.
I don't think Oceans
Not
is not
think it's-
accessible.
I think it's-
Overly complicated.
Depends on how they build their stuff, right? Just have them
Yeah.
have them build it simply,
but
and
it's,
the game is
it's a
very
solid
accessible.
game. Someone who's relatively young can play it. Families can play it, and you can definitely get competitive.
Yep.
Right, and it has the beauty factor.
It's
There you
got
go.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Approachability.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
should
one
buy
are we
it.
talking
Best
about next?
best board game for adults.
Like
Oh,
like
boy.
adult
And
adults
this-
or like us adults.
You mean
Best
like
board
a
game for
OSHA
adults.
violation kind of stuff?
Just gonna say best board game for adults. This
Jeez.
took a weird turn that
Joking
I did
hazard.
not expect.
It's not a bad guess. It's more party game-ish.
I don't care. I'm going for Joking
Again,
Hazard.
they said Pandemic for best game overall, so best game for adults has got to be Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity is what they're going to
Right.
say.
Probably
That's
the
gotta
right
be what
one.
they
What they
say.
said, but like, yeah, that's probably right.
You ready?
yeah.
Yeah, but he said it takes a weird turn, so it can't be Cards Against
I know,
Humanity.
I was gonna say almost something
Great.
like what's the one? Code names. Like the After Dark. right? Because that's a lot of fun.
You guys are
Exploding
so
kittens?
way
you guys
off.
are so way off.
Oh, great.
Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
What? Okay, I see. They
It
don't
is
mean,
a
they
great
don't mean
game.
like adults. They mean
Yeah.
like grown-ups.
Apparently,
Even that, though, I
through
think
it.
Betrayal is a total family weight game. Like 100%.
Yeah, his 8-year-old loves that.
she's an adult, though. Did you see her with that cast?
Betrayal's fun. I like Betrayal. That is not
okay
what
game, but
that
it's
is
not.
not what I would say is the best game for adults.
That makes zero
I mean,
sense.
heck, Descent was pretty freaking awesome.
Did they list any criteria on how they came up with that?
Because
No.
there's some
They walked down
spooky
the
wording.
aisle of a big box store
Or like,
and
okay,
was
that
like,
game was something,
Yes.
that game was something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
okay, yeah, okay.
I don't even know
That's
how to
too
answer that
vague.
one.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Best
people?
two-player game.
Ooh.
Oh, I know what this is already.
Chess.
Do you?
Japur, because it's been like themed and marketed as the best 2-player game ever.
I would
And
actually
Sarah
guess.
actually
Not
looked
played
up
it.
best 2-player games to get for us.
And-
Yeah, but is it
Jaipur
off
came up.
that list, though?
It wasn't off this list specifically, but other lists
He's guessing.
has
He's
been.
guessing based on other lists he's seen.
Correct.
I would guess Seven Wonders Duel. That would be my guess.
Sure.
I
Like
think.
exclusively a 2-player game or a game that can be played with 2 players?
2-player game.
Just says two-player
So
game.
both would fit the category. Depends
Both.
on whoever wrote the article.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, my vote for that's easy.
And I specifically did not tell the guys I was using this list because I wanted to just get like
Yeah.
the honest
What?
reactions.
Yeah.
Right. And it's kind of fun to like let you guys try to
Sure.
figure out
I'm
what
going
you
to
think it's going to
abstain
be.
from this one. I can't
Okay.
come up with
Okay.
it.
The guy
Too
who plays
many.
the most 2-player games is going to abstain.
Right,
Because
right.
there's so many.
Celtic, not dice.
So I would have said
Duel.
If I was guessing, I would have said like Seven Wonders Duel or maybe even Patchwork. I really like
Sure,
Patchwork.
that one
right?
took off.
Okay, right?
They're going to get it right. It's going to be Rebellion, and they're going to be correct.
Rebellion is the best.
That's what I was going to say.
two-player
He
game.
would be correct.
So that's our answer.
Yeah.
But they say Villainous.
Are you kidding
Villainous?
me?
And I'm
So
like,
obviously the answer is not
Best
only a 2-player game.
2-player game is Villainous.
I can see why you now have said they just went to a big box store because Seven
What?
Wonders Duel wouldn't be there, and
Correct.
Villainous would.
Yeah.
Villainous plays well at 2 players, but saying it's the best 2-player game is ridiculous.
Garbage.
Again, the point of Villainous, the negative we have on Villainous is that it overstays its welcome.
Yes.
with
And
2
that
players,
doesn't
don't worry
happen
about
at
that.
all in a 2-player game.
Right.
Right.
Also, the whole picking and choosing and picking on each other doesn't happen. It's just a dueling game. So it actually plays really well at 2, but I wouldn't be in a top 10 on a best 2-player
man.
games
Yeah, no.
list. So
Okay.
Nope.
The best game to play with 2 players, I think, is how they should have played it or have worded it.
yeah,
Now-
even with that
'Cause-
though,
This one might be the most on the nose.
Okay.
Best RPG board game.
Gloomhaven was the Jaws of the Lion.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
yeah. When was this made? Recently enough.
This list was made in 2021.
That's
Okay.
my guess.
I actually went and checked.
It's at a big box store.
The second I saw Pandemic as like
Yeah.
their number one overall, I'm like, what is this list from 2014? Like,
This is such a weird
Yeah.
category. RPG board
yeah,
game.
best
Board
role
game.
playing
I'm
game.
sure I'll go with them and say Jaws of the Lion. It's the hotness, and it's at big box stores.
Yeah.
You're
So-
so close. It's just Gloomhaven.
Not at big box
Seriously?
stores.
Not at big box
So that
stores.
means they've just.
You can see it at Barnes and
heard of
Noble. Barnes and Noble's got
okay.
Yeah,
Gloomhaven.
okay.
Sure.
Sure.
All
But I
right.
wasn't the big box store I was thinking of. I was
Correct.
thinking of like Target.
Tarjay.
At the moment, I got to go. My personal one is still going to be Descent.
I was gonna say
I want to play
the-
that again right
Oh,
now.
Descent.
Mine is probably
If you
the
had
newest
brought that
Descent,
with us,
if I
with
had
you,
Mine would either be, well before 3rd edition. Mine would have been 2nd edition or Imperial Assault.
'cause
Yeah.
they're the same.
Imperial Assault.
So when
They're
we-
the same game, and they both have a role playing game aspect.
so when are we playing it again?
Sure. Let's just stop this garbage.
And cut.
Yes.
So the topic today was let's set up Descent.
And talk about how this list is garbage while we're setting up to play Descent. Best strategy game.
Chess.
Okay, so by strategy, yeah, they're probably
luck.
going abstract strategy, and best abstract strategy at a big box store. It's not
I
going
would
to be
say
chess. It's not going to be chess.
I would say don't overthink it because this one they actually picked a good game.
Okay, I'm not going to say chess though. I'm going to say, man, I don't know best strategy
You're
game.
gonna kick
Stratego.
yourself. You're gonna kick yourself.
Stratego.
I'm gonna say don't overthink it.
Yeah,
they
but
actually picked a good strategy
I'm
game.
not going to say chess. So I'm just going to say I hate abstract strategy games. I'm just going to say Azul.
You applied the moniker abstract strategy,
Oh,
Yeah, I
you're
don't
right.
think it's abstract.
You're right.
just so you know.
Sure. I just figured that's what a list like this would do, but I'm okay being wrong in that. That's just going to
Sure.
be my assumption, and I'll say an abstract strategy.
Any other guesses?
No.
What's that Egyptian one that's not Ankh that we played recently?
Valley of the Kings.
Is that one?
What?
We
I don't
haven't played that.
Yeah, I haven't.
No.
played it.
There was another Egyptian one we played a few months back. Wasn't Ankh. I can't think of the name, but that's my vote.
Okay,
if,
cool.
if it's what they say, I'll
That's
know.
Not
Unknown
it, because
game.
he'll know that you're right.
Yeah, no, it's Root.
Root.
That
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense.
All right.
Root is a legit good
That makes
strategy
sense.
game,
Okay.
right? Okay.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. No, don't hate
I
it.
wouldn't list it as like best, but it's up there. I would say.
Now best party game. Now they're not. This
the
game.
answer is just one.
It is.
The answer is just one, and it's not.
Right. But for them, party game. Again, I mean, I'm going to like the
Twister.
no, it's not that bad.
Yeah. No. No. They
no,
picked
they
a. They
like
picked
a
a
code
good.
names. I'm
they
going for
picked-
like a code
They
names.
picked a
I
good
think-
game. It's just not just one, which is the answer.
I
Yeah.
think I've seen the werewolf in.
That's
sure.
not a bad
bad
guess, but also I'm thinking like the one we just named, Cards Against Humanity.
Right,
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
fall under party for them.
I still
don't
like
think
Joking
they're gonna
Hazard,
do
but-
that.
They picked Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Weird.
party
You know
game?
why?
Yeah.
see that.
I can even
I
tell
can see
you
that.
which big box store they walk through now. That's
I think we
So
could all tell you that.
Blockbuster's a really good game. Here's full disclosure. I am a movie nerd.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Don't
hated
play with it.
Blockbuster that was the last place I would go to rent videos from. I do not understand the nostalgia for Blockbuster
I do.
I didn't go
at
there
all.
either.
I did not like Blockbuster at all. I get some people did, right?
I went there all the
Whatever.
time too, but I was a little kid, so
Sure.
I went anywhere.
I mean, there was other video stores I liked better. Anyways, as someone,
Where I grew up, there wasn't a whole lot of other options.
we had like Hollywood,
Hollywood
video. I liked
Video.
Hollywood Video a lot.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, Hollywood
But-
Video.
Right, Family Video.
Yeah.
There's some good ones, and then like local ones.
Not-
Whatever.
Not in P-Town, though.
Okay, but yeah, no, probably not.
So just really
but
quick, just,
Blockbuster is not the best party game.
right. I was gonna say, so not even best movie trivia party
No,
game. Like,
total-
it's again, I actually like the game. I'm not trying to make this come off
No,
as it's a
they're-
terrible
I
game.
really actually like
we had fun
Blockbuster a lot.
playing
It's
it.
fairly priced. It's got a nice little mixture
It's got
of
a fun presentation.
Yeah, a nice
and
little mixture of like the charades and one-word clues and
It
like that kind of
mitigates
stuff.
you not knowing what the movie is.
Right, but
Correct.
like
That is
there's
a problem.
so many other games that do that exact
No,
same thing.
Total
better, I
Recall.
think.
Did
Yeah,
you
like
play that?
Gestures was a ton of fun.
Yeah, Total Recall. That Total Recall game. Oh, did you not play that?
Yeah,
Oh, that one's really
it's
good.
Title Recall, and
Oh,
the
Title
game is
Recall.
called something else.
Yeah.
It's called something.
Yeah, it's
Title
like the
Recall.
subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
It's
anyway.
fantastic though. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot
Time's
of
up.
a lot of better ones. Yeah. Yep. Okay, best co-op. They're wrong.
And they're
It's
not
a-
going to say pandemic after saying best
Yeah,
game.
I was gonna say what?
Right.
Or Gloomhaven.
They're wrong.
Okay.
They picked a good one, but they're wrong.
Best co-op.
Best co-op
Again.
game.
Big box store, and they're not saying pandemic, so I'm going to say horrified.
I know it was co-op.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
didn't.
not a bad. I haven't played it.
Oh, you
Horrified.
know horrified. I thought you said like you didn't know the category was co-op. I'm like, what?
Horrified's really good.
Okay.
Horrified's good.
Yeah, I don't even have a guess for that.
It's fun. No.
I mean, they mentioned all the ones I thought that they would have
Sure.
done.
Well,
Yeah,
I enjoyed
no.
Aeon's End. but,
Dan, it's Horrified.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Again, I think it's because it's the most recent co-op that they saw
they
that
haven't
wasn't named
mentioned yet.
Pandemic.
that they haven't mentioned yet.
All right, best family game.
Villainous.
Oh, they already mentioned that
Yeah,
one.
but they already mentioned it.
Yeah, but
They're
that
not
would've
going to
been-
do that.
I know.
It's because they would have just said pandemic on best if it's the best game overall. So best, what was it again? I can't
Best
remember.
family game.
game.
Don't
Best
overthink it.
family game.
Cards Against Humanity.
No, I can't even think of anything right now.
Kerplunk.
Ticket to Ride.
Oh,
Duh.
yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Once you
Okay.
say it,
They
it
hadn't
makes
even
sense.
mentioned
Yeah.
Ticket to Ride yet. So
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
Of course.
right.
Gotta go with the
right.
standards.
Okay, best for kids. Best game for kids overall. They specify overall,
Overall.
so I feel like I needed to include it. Best game for kids overall.
You know, when I was watching kids, like in babysitting and whatnot, my favorite game to play with them was Graveyard. Everybody lay down. Be
Oh my
still and quiet as you can.
Until you
Whoever
fall
can do it for the
asleep.
longest wins. That was the best game.
We're talking
That's
about
the
board
best
games.
game. Okay.
Board games.
Um,
but I do like that.
So semi-cheat Tim, but I assume this isn't a game that's like Monopoly Junior
Correct.
or something. Okay.
I don't think there's any mass market games on this
Yeah,
list.
okay, good. That's what I was wondering.
So yeah, like no Stratego, no.
So, game for kids, I had one. Again, I'm just going to go with the big box store. Marvel United is in big box stores. It's new. It's popular. I'm
Okay.
just going to guess that.
For kids. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Overall.
that
Well,
game
Not
is
Marvel.
marketed
Oh,
towards
that's
that.
the one. I was thinking Marvel Champions.
But
No.
Very kids.
No.
I'm pretty
No.
certain I was in Target the other day and I saw that one where you're sheep and you're trying to fall asleep.
Oh,
yeah.
Sheepy Time.
Yeah.
I did see
one.
that in the big box store.
I think that's too new. I mean,
Yeah.
this list would have had to
No,
have
maybe.
just been made.
Well, it's
This
the internet.
list
It could
is
have
pretty
just been
new.
made.
All right,
Okay,
it's
cool.
King of Tokyo.
Okay, no, that was obvious.
That's. I mean,
Wait, did
that's
they
a
already
good-
mention King of Tokyo?
No, I
For something
talked
else.
Oh, you
about
talking
it.
about
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think that's a great game.
It's
for
a great
kids.
game. Yeah, I don't. I
They
just
should
I
make an
don't
expansion.
think of it as a kids game.
I don't
but-
either,
but
and it wouldn't
sure.
have been my go-to like
I
best
mean,
for
I
kids
also
overall.
don't think of Marvel United as a kids game. I just think that they
Kids
might
can play it.
say it that
Okay,
way.
you guys
Oh,
will.
no. I want, in their defense, when I brought King of Tokyo over with the expansion, and I had a bunch of little kids, they could not stop playing that game.
Right,
That's great.
but I wouldn't be able to stop playing the game either.
But you're not a kid.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Hence the point.
You have found the end goal of my argument.
This should be the easiest one.
Okay,
Best classic game.
so Catan,
Still not
No,
mass
it's gotta be
market.
Settlers
It's
of
Catan or
Still,
Carcassonne.
still not mass market. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna go with
Catan or
Catan.
Carcassonne, and I'm gonna go with Catan.
it's Catan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Now, what
fine.
do we think would be the best classic game?
I think Catan's fine. I would say Catan.
I like Carcassonne more than Catan, so I would probably say Carcassonne.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
they're both pretty good.
Best card game. Best card game.
Oh, please say poker. Please say Texas Hold'em.
Like Magic
it's not
the Gathering.
Texas Hold them.
I know. I
Dan.
So it's not mass
purposely,
market. So it's not like Uno.
Oh, and at
Right,
that-
right, right.
that.
right.
So probably not Magic the Gathering.
It is a game that someone has already mentioned while we were talking
So
about
it's
this.
Marvel Champions.
Oh, Cards Against Humanity.
No way.
Oh, gosh.
The best card game? No
Yeah.
way. I'm going to go with Marvel Champions. It's new. It's popular. It's in.
No.
No, wait. It's not in big stores, is it?
Nope.
Never mind.
Hard game that we've already mentioned. Now I have to think about what we mentioned.
Nah, overthinking
Nah.
it.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
I already
I'm-
got
I'm out, I guess.
I'll give you one other clue. I've never played this game.
Not Munchkin.
never played the game.
Jaipur.
Oh no!
Oh,
kidding.
I've never
Yeah.
played it.
Really?
They say that's the best card
It's
game.
a great game. I was
Okay.
honestly, I don't like 2-player only games. When we played it, I was actually like, wow, that was a great
really
game.
good.
So
Good. But yeah, you mentioned
I did.
Jaipur earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, did they somebody
Maybe
mentioned that?
not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I was like, or was that Istanbul? Like,
yeah, I would
or was
never
that
have thought of-
Constantinople? I don't remember.
I would never have thought of Jaipur.
I don't know. The Turks.
There's
Just
like
think of the song.
there's so many tokens and stuff in that game too that my brain wouldn't have even gone there for card game, but it clearly is.
Yeah.
but there's
I-
also 20 other card games would
There's
go
so
to.
many other
Before
yeah,
calling
yeah.
it a card game. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. How about best trivia game?
Well,
Trivial
not
Pursuit?
Trivial Pursuit, but I'm going to guess
no,
Trivial
Never-
it's mass
Pursuit.
market.
I'd never even heard of this one.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
great.
There goes my answer because I was gonna say half truths.
Why
Oh, yeah.
isn't it otherwise?
So instead of everybody just
Wits and wagers.
He's obviously heard of that one.
yeah, I'd never heard of this one.
Okay.
Articulate.
Nope,
No,
never
never
heard of it.
Nope.
But it's the best one.
It's the
ever.
best trivia
It's
game.
best
ever.
store we
because
went
we've
to.
never heard of it. No, my vote for that one would probably be Wise or Otherwise because it's just so fun.
Okay, I've never heard of it. So you're
I
still good.
do like Half Truths a lot.
I have truth. This is great.
Half Truth was good. Yeah.
But also, though, I know I'm boring. I love normal Trivial Pursuit. I love it.
No, it's not boring.
If you could just take out one category that I totally suck at, then it'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Best social deduction game. This should be easy.
Werewolf.
Which one?
The ultimate werewolf.
No, Miller's Hollow. or whatever it
That's
is.
that's my preferred version.
No, I think they would do a one night. So one night Ultimate Werewolf.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's my vote.
Correct. One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Okay.
Best mystery board game.
Clue.
Mysterium. Please be Mysterium because it's literally in the name.
Now this
That's
one you could have said like
mystery.
Betrayal at House on the Hill for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I would have said that.
Clue.
It's not mass
Mass
market.
market.
Oh, you're right. It's not mass market. Oh.
Best
Not
mystery,
mass market
mystery,
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 that-
Scooby Doo.
Have I seen the
Something.
Sherlock
There is
one up on
Betrayal
the-
at Scooby Doo or whatever.
Whitehall? Letters of Whitehall?
Oh,
Letters
that's
from
one of
White-
those would be a good one. I've never played any of them.
Letters from Whitechapel?
Yeah, Whitechapel. is it?
Well, there's
Oh,
Whitehall.
that's a good one.
there's
That
Letters
ain't gonna
from
be at the
Whitechapel.
store.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen them.
I don't know.
Mysterium.
Yes!
Got it, dude. Not a mystery
almost
game.
every one.
Not a mystery
This
game
is
in any way,
insane. Did I tell you guys I write for Games Radar sometimes?
Have they,
Well, you're wrong about
have they
everything.
actually played these games?
I have to point out something really quickly. When you said Games Radar, I was like, that used to be specifically a video game website,
Uh-huh.
not more than like 7 years ago.
Oh.
They should have stayed in their lane.
I would take these with a grain of salt.
I'll also
Oh.
say I kind of see that as a good thing. They're branching out to this hobby, and these people might legitimately be brand new to the hobby and not sure what they're talking about.
Clearly.
And learning.
So if you
Okay,
missed it,
fine. So reach
Jeff-
out to us. And we will
So
help
if you missed
with
it,
your
Jeff
list.
told
So-
us that this used to be a video game only website.
Yeah, he purposely stood right next to the camera. It should have picked him
Hopefully
up.
pick him
Probably
up.
picked them up. Okay, so best board game based on a movie.
Jaws.
Alien.
Yeah, it could be.
Or what was that?
It's
Friday the
gonna be a
13th?
Star Wars game, right?
Oh,
Is it?
that could be.
It's gotta be because it's so popular. There's
I mean,
so
Rebellion
many of
is
them.
again the right answer.
Right.
But
Rebellion is the right answer.
I'm gonna go for the guts. I'm gonna say they said Star Wars Rebellion.
No, it's not that. It's
They
got to
did
be like
not-
Jaws.
They did not say Star Wars Rebellion.
Friday the 13th.
Spoiler alert. There's no Friday the 13th board
What's
game.
that one?
Last
It's
Friday.
Last Friday,
which is
sorry.
a Friday
IP
the
adjacent.
13th.
Okay,
It's adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still going with it's a Star Wars game. They could have picked any. Outer
Any
Rim.
Star Wars game X.
Right.
Whatever one it is.
Jaws.
Good.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I don't
I
know
haven't
anything
either.
about it.
I just know it's probably in a big box.
And it is well liked, and it is in big box.
Yeah, no, it's a good
stores.
game. Yeah. All right, best dice-based game.
Not
and
dice.
they're
And
And
wrong
they can't
because
say King of Tokyo.
and they can't say King of Tokyo. They can't say they don't
Zombie
say Dice
dice.
Forge.
I was going to say Dice Forge is the correct answer.
Dice Forge, Lords of Vegas.
Lords of Vegas is a good dice game.
Can't get Dice Masters
Zombie dice.
anywhere.
Best dice game. We'll have to times 2 speed all this thinking
All right.
time.
So
Part of me thinks they're gonna say, I can't think of what it's called, but you are rolling your dice in a little arena.
Nope,
And they're fighting.
not
each other.
that one.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
yep, nope. Just Back to the Future.
Oh,
Back to the
is
Future?
that a dice?
There's a
game?
dice-based version.
Yeah,
of,
Never played it.
how about best tower defense game?
Well, the answer's after the Empire.
That's correct.
But tower defense game. What is a?
I can't. I don't.
Plants
I
vs.
don't know if
Zombies.
I've played
Yeah.
very many
I don't know.
tower defense games. I can't give an answer.
Castle Panic. You never played Castle
Oh.
Panic?
Never played Castle
Panic's
Panic.
really
I
good.
haven't.
That's not their answer.
Right.
The Captain is Dead. Dangerous Planet.
Okay, I've
heard of it.
never played it. I've heard of it.
Best game for older kids. Never heard of this game.
Okay, then
Well,
I'm just
then
not
I'm
gonna
never going to
guess.
guess.
Zombie Kids Evolution. So it is a pseudo legacy style.
Is that a
like,
Saturday morning cartoon?
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Next.
This is oddly specific. Best word-based board game.
Just one.
And they're not gonna say Scrabble. So
If it's not just
Upwards.
one, then
what's the
code
Quiddler.
names.
Code names.
Oh,
That's a good
code
one.
names.
Code
Yeah,
names.
I'll go with code names.
Codenames.
Yep.
Yes. That was a
Codenames
good one.
is really good.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
a
a
good one. I
very
like
good game.
Codenames.
Codenames
I
are-
really enjoy
I'm not
Codenames.
going to hit on too much for Codenames. It's an easy answer, but
My
it's,
problem is
But
it's,
it
it's
very well- it's pretty
mismarketed.
high.
Everyone calls it a party game, and I just don't think it's a party game.
Oh, because you can play it with almost any number of people.
Right,
You
which is
split
their
the teams,
definition of, it plays up to 12 people. It's a party game because you could play at a party. And it's like, yeah, but it's more like an intellectual,
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah. When you go to most of
That
the
kind of
party, like, woo, party, now like, it's a party.
yeah, exactly. Yes, Inquisitive 7.
Dan can't play party games or intellectual games by his definition
He needs a pipe.
in
Right.
public spaces because he must smoke while he does
Correct.
A pipe.
it. How do you smoke?
I know. I don't.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay, best engine builder, and Spencer's not allowed to say Race for the Galaxy.
Okay. So it's Race for the Galaxy, but you can't say it. Ha.
Can't say it.
This is not what this is.
Gizmos.
They
I was
picked,
going to say Gizmos.
they-
I couldn't think of the name.
they picked a great game that I don't see as an engine builder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
not
Deck
Gizmos.
builder, the deck building game.
Deck builder, the deck building.
Scythe.
What?
I could kind of,
That's
sort of.
That is
I
that's
don't-
action selection,
Yeah.
area
Yeah, I was
control.
gonna say,
That's not
there's-
engine
there's
building.
an engine
You literally do
that's-
not build any engines.
You know that you
whatsoever in
can
that
build
game.
an engine on that, just
No.
kind of on the
No,
side.
but
No.
you could say any
No.
game is as you are getting more stuff in it and getting better in the game, you're building an engine
No.
that is more resources. But
Gizmos where you take that marble and that marble turns into 2 marbles. Those 2 marbles turn into something else. That turns into something else. That's an engine builder. Scythe is an area control action selection game. So
100% agree. It is a good game.
you can take the soapbox back.
There's nothing Bob said that I disagree with.
Yeah.
All right.
Well
Best solo game.
Uh-oh, I'm out.
Tainted Grail. Oh, they're not gonna have that.
No.
Deck of Wonders.
Oh, no. Turns out.
That's solo
Kiss
game.
ass.
I think there's a solo game that guys know how to play, but
So, I mean, guys, I don't play solo games. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to.
Fallout,
Okay, that
which is notoriously flawed. So
Fallout, the
sure,
game that I-
But people who
the
want
board
Fallouts,
game,
Fallout. yes.
my vote for that would be Tainted Grail. I think.
And for the record, any co-op game.
is a solo
Right.
game.
It's a solo game.
Not
Especially while Bob's playing with us.
Any
multiple
co-op
personality-
game.
Oh.
There are a couple of co-op games where you can't do that.
Okay. Best negotiation game.
Ooh, I like this. The Negotiator.
No, what was your other one? That you, Sheriff Nottingham.
Sheriff Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Sheriff Nottingham is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's at stores, so
Yeah.
sure. Sheriff
That's
Nottingham.
And you could even say like diplomacy,
Sure.
because
So
that is
please tell me it's
like
not diplomacy.
almost all
No.
negotiation. No, they picked Cosmic Encounter, which is fine. I've never
that's good.
played.
That's a
that's good.
fantastic
That's great.
choice.
I've never
Yeah.
played it, but
Yeah.
I hear that
they
game
got
is
one
made for
right.
me.
I haven't played that enough, and that's not a big box store.
I
So this
played-
person had to do some research.
Yeah, that's weird.
I played the game as a kid.
I think they just
they're up to
Googled.
like 3rd or 4th edition now. That's a good one.
And the last one, I don't really have an opinion on. It's best game for younger kids. I guess I do have an opinion because I don't.
They said that earlier.
No, they had
Wasn't it
older kids
overall?
and kids overall.
Older.
Now it's
Oh,
younger
kids
kids.
overall. That's why. Okay.
Fluke the Mummy.
So younger kids. Yes, Pyramid of the Penguin is the reskin of Fluke der Mummy,
Sure.
which is Brain Games and its little penguins.
Okay.
Fantastic game for
Yep.
young kids.
Or Ice Cool.
Ice Cool is also fantastic,
Except it hurts my fingers.
but it's not any of those. They picked Spot
This
It.
8-year-old.
Oh, I
plays
thought
it.
you said it was that. Oh.
Nope. Spot
I was gonna say
It.
Outfoxed.
Spot It.
So it's like I Spy.
It is I Spy
Interesting.
that they sell you in a tin
Right.
Yeah.
because you can't just go I Spy, something green.
I don't know. I spied it without a 10, so it doesn't really
I
count.
think
Right.
Outfoxed was a
10.
good one. For
Outfoxed
little
is great.
kids.
I used to
And
do those
I don't know if
books
this would go for younger
as a
kids.
kid, the
but
I
definitely
Spy
for older
books.
kids,
Yeah.
the Shadows.
What are they called?
Oh,
Forest
Shadows of the
Highlights?
Forest,
yeah.
Remember that? It was,
Highlights.
fun
Yeah.
games
Oh,
for
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, no, yep, a lot. I mean, Spot It's fine or whatever, but there's way better ones.
Yeah.
My pick would probably be Game of Thrones.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
For kids.
For
Little
kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones Junior.
No, you stab your sister in the back. That's what I want.
You left it wide open. You get in there and take that castle.
Hold on.
All
All
right.
You cannot yell at a little child in a Game of Thrones game anything to do with brothers or sisters.
Exactly.
Just gonna say,
Exactly.
steer away because I almost said something that I would have regretted because it would have been on camera.
Instantly, Yeah.
That's why I bleeped myself.
It's like you don't say it.
Friggin' Lannisters.
That's
Yeah.
right.
At least they
That is
repaid
right.
their debts.
But okay, man. So we are. That's it. That's the list. I just thought
the
it'd be
list.
fun. I thought it'd be fun to
Yeah.
get like this. I saw
Layman's
this
point of
list
view.
and I was like,
infuriating list. Like, okay, hold on.
yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta make some other people mad.
yeah.
too.
And I thought it would I thought it would just be a lot of fun for you guys to kind of jump in on
Yeah.
this
Sure,
and,
sure.
and see where you landed on some of these things. Just something goofy and off the wall, kind of unique. And again, I wanted you to have no idea what I was going to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about because
Yeah, we would have researched.
part of the fun was revealing the
Yeah,
list.
the whole being blindsided by the what?
Yes, yes.
I don't know
And-
if I should be happy or depressed that I knew a lot of those. Like, should I be like, ew, Dan, why are you guessing
and,
these?
don't take this the wrong way.
Right.
But it kind of makes sense with it being a video game place, and you're kind of a video game guy.
That's true.
You kind of
My
got
brain
that.
can make
Yeah.
that mentality.
Yeah,
why would
wavelength.
I bring that? Why would I take that the wrong way? Cool friends play video games together, Bob.
Well,
that is true, Mr. No Show.
anyways.
But okay, so guys, before we go, wrapping up, I just want to give a shout out to our friends at the Board Game Mechanics. They are giving away a copy of what is that? Dang it, I lost it. I had it and I lost it. They're having a giveaway on their page. It is I can't think of
board
it.
game.
It's a game.
I had it on my phone and then I closed my phone. and I
It's
lost
right
it.
here.
Thank you. So they're having a
Magic
giveaway.
of
win
Bad
this.
editing.
You can win this.
It's good until the weekend following when this drops, like September 12th. So check it out. Enter their giveaway. It's just like one of those Gleam ones. So like follow them on
Exactly.
Twitter, follow them on Instagram, whatever. And, just get a bunch of entries in there. They are awesome people. They do a pretty okay podcast and a pretty okay YouTube channel where they drop reviews and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Not
they're
so
pretty
boring
okay.
unboxings, et cetera, right?
Etc. Etc.
you got to do
Thank
that with
you
your
all.
pipe again, though. Et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
I also wanted to say, we should have said this at the beginning of the segment, but say your choices for the categories.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Please
we
do.
want to see all these completely objective and not arguable.
Share your hatred
Yes.
like I did.
I can feel you.
Or if you actually really love these games, like Articulate. Tell me about Articulate. Like, I've never heard of it. Right?
I thought you were
Best
saying
trivia
that if you
game?
really like
Yeah.
these games, articulate.
Articulate.
That's about it. Yeah.
Quit mumbling. Also, please check out our friends over at the Miniatures Rundown. CJ and Jeff
And Josh.
and Josh do stuff over there, right? Paint minis.
I think he's a nice
Weird
addition.
Mini.
I've been enjoying him on that show.
There you go. So you're
He
saying
fits,
that?
he fits in well.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Unlike somebody on
Me.
this panel.
Yeah, I don't fit
Okay,
at
just
all.
checking. Just check. Did I accidentally point
Yeah.
directly at you as I
Like,
said that?
Someone. Sorry, I just talked myself.
Awesome, guys. So thank you for watching. Thanks for putting up with our soapboxes. Honestly, Dan makes some really good points.
Let people go back. As long as it's never changed a bunch of stuff in the game, then
Right. It's
no-
different
no
if it's
big
20
deal.
minutes later.
Exactly. But it's like, oh, if it just happened, just take them. Who cares?
Who cares? It's a game, right?
game.
It's a game.
Unless
So
there's money on it.
Right.
then
It's
And you stab your sister in the back.
as long as it's not Game of Thrones, when you say that, it's okay.
Correct.
For the board game rundown, I've been Tim,
I've been Bob.
I've been Spencer.
I'm Dan.
and we've been canceled. We'll see you next time.
Okay, last round. I need to make an input. Candyland, 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 Candyland. Time. Candyland,
Oh, he's doing his.
Yes, he's answering.
Candyland.
Okay, I can see most of those.
Only have 12 left.
But it's mass produced.
Candyland, 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 Candyland. Just one.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.